Some actors leave their most popular roles to find even more success. Think George Clooney or Bruce Willis. But sometimes that doesn't go according to plan. Here are some actors who destroyed their careers by walking away from hit roles. For 15 seasons, Polly Perrette played fan favorite forensic scientist Abby Shudo on NCIS. In 2018, however, things took a dark turn when she suddenly left the show and made a series of cryptic tweets, including one about co-star Mark Harmon, who was supposedly the reason behind her immediate departure, saying, "There is a machine keeping me silent and feeding false stories about me. A very rich, very powerful publicity machine. No morals, no obligation to truth, and I'm just left here reading the lies, trying to protect my crew, trying to remain calm." He did it. Harmon hasn't responded to Perrette's allegations, but CBS's Kelly Call, the network's president of entertainment, confirmed in a public statement that she did indeed come to the network and that it had been resolved to everyone's satisfaction.
I will always be grateful for just the incredible honor of playing Abby.
After leaving NCIS, her career slowed down considerably. Polly will be starring in a 2020 CBS pilot called Broke, but unfortunately, the new sitcom hasn't garnered much buzz.
It really makes me sad.
Will Wheaton first received acclaim for playing Gordy LaChance in the 1986 coming-of-age film Stand By Me. But it wasn't until the following year he landed the career-defining role of Wesley Crutcher aboard the USS Enterprise on Star Trek The Next Generation. After 4 seasons on Star Trek, Wheaton left the show in order to pursue different opportunities in TV and film, but sadly for him, this move sunk his career early on. He explained during a Star Trek reunion at the Calgary Expo in 2012, "I left Star Trek The Next Generation when I was 18 years old, and initially I thought it was a really smart business career move. In some ways it was, and in more ways it wasn't. And what I was unprepared for was how much I was going to miss the people on this stage." Wheaton's career never reignited like he hoped, despite a reoccurring role playing himself on The Big Bang Theory for about a decade. Back when American Idol first aired in 2002, it became an instant hit. The reality TV singing competition launched the careers of Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Fantasia. One who failed to launch was Ryan Seacrest's co-host of the first season, Brian Dunkelman. Dunkelman left Idol to pursue, wait for it, a career in stand-up comedy. Seacrest, on the other hand, hasn't faced the same career obstacles Dunkelman did after leaving Idol. In fact, he's doing just fine after inking a $21 million deal with E! in 2006 and co-hosting Live with Kelly and Ryan. Dunkelman's plan didn't quite hash out.
I knew they'd continue on this show. I thought I'm never going to have an acting career. And bottom line, I just announced in Daily Variety that I was quitting.
In a September 2019 GQ article, he said, "It came down to whether to keep both of us or go with one host. They decided to go with one, and obviously I wasn't the one. They told me that I quit before they could deliver the news." He revealed in a January 2019 tweet that he'd started driving an Uber to support his family during a particularly rough patch in their lives. All hope is not lost, however. Dunkelman saw a return to the stage hosting Family Feud Live Celebrity Edition and relaunched his comedy career in late 2019. After more than 17 years off the air, the beloved and iconic sci-fi series Doctor Who returned in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston cast as the Ninth Doctor. The marriage seemed bright at first, but after just 1 season, he quit because of creative differences with the show's producer. He was replaced by David Tennant, who held the role for the next 8 years and became a megastar. Speaking to The Guardian in 2018, Eccleston revealed that his decision to leave the show had almost cost him his entire career. "I gave them a hit show, and I left with dignity. And then they put me on a blacklist. I was carrying my own insecurities as it was something I had never done before, and then I was abandoned, vilified in the tabloid press, and blacklisted." Beverly Hills 90210 was an instant classic when it premiered in 1990. The entire cast of attractive young adults were virtual unknowns when the teen drama first debuted, but after a decade-long run, the actors truly became megastars. But that success didn't last long for Jason Priestley, who played teen heartthrob Brandon Walsh. After 9 seasons on Beverly Hills, he decided to leave because he felt his character had run its course. Priestley told CNN in 2014, "In retrospect, I do regret leaving. Understanding what I do now about story and character, I believe that Aaron Spelling was pushing the story in a direction that would have had Brandon and Kelly end up together at the end of the show, and I think I probably should have stuck around to its fruition." Priestley attempted to relaunch his career again in 2019 with a role in the series revival BH 90210, but unfortunately for him, it was canceled after just 1 season. Sadly, for fans of Beverly Hills 90210, Brandon and Kelly never got together. Alicia Lisi Goranson played the original Becky on ABC's Roseanne, but following 5 seasons on the show, Lisi decided to call it quits to go to college. After she left, Becky's role was taken over by Sarah Chalk, who later went on to Scrubs fame. The show adjusted, but made reference to the bizarre change often.
They say she's the same, but she isn't the same.
Goranson returned to share the role with Chalk 3 seasons later, but left the show the following season. Goranson's acting career was off to a promising start when she landed a role in 2 indie hits, 1995's How to Make an American Quilt and 1997's Boys Don't Cry. Her career slowed down quickly afterwards, and she mostly took on guest roles on shows like Law & Order SVU, Damages, Fringe, and Sex and the City. But things changed in 2018 when she reprised her role as Becky in the Roseanne reboot. The show premiered to massive ratings, but was canceled after Barr posted racist tweets about former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett. Goranson once wrote in a now-deleted tweet, "Devastated by the cancellation of Roseanne on ABC, but more devastating are the effects of hate speech and racism on individuals and society. Thank you for your support. And in the spirit of our amazing crew, spread love, not hate." But all is not lost. Goranson still plays the role of Becky once again in the current Roseanne-less The Connors. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.